Hey y'all, Jesse Kaylin here coming at you with a full moon reading, full moon in Pisces on the 26th of August. If you would like to support the channel in any way, please like, share, subscribe, get me on the algorithm, babies. Please join me on Facebook and Instagram for daily card pulls, awesome posts, at least I think they're awesome. But the daily card pulls are really beneficiary there. You can join me on Patreon for monthly contributions in exchange for personal services. And of course, you can always get a personal reading or healing Reiki session, which is highly beneficial. My current clients really rave about it. They love it. So instructions and descriptions of the services will be down below in written instructions, so please take a look. For this reading, I am using the Fairy Tarot by Doreen Virtue and Rodley Valentine for both the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine influences. All right, so this is the deck that wishes to speak for the full moon and have fun. All right, so if any of y'all are curious or don't know, if you're new to the channel, not a whole lot of people watch these ones in comparison to the zodiac, it seems, but I honor the moon. The moon is inside my body. But if you don't know and you're curious, if I sense any transphobia, any homophobia, any sort of I will try to give you love. I will try to help you see your perspective. We are a respectful community under my tutelage. But yes, I am a transgendered man and I have my period. I have gender dysphoria, but more so with my breast. It's more about the image, you know, so like I don't know, that's really far down the line and very personal, especially given my traumatic experience of sexual trauma. So like I never had a healthy development, so like I'm taking this one step at a time. I'm in touch with my inner child. I am living life all over again, right? Jesse is an orphan and he is figuring his shit out. Yes, my preferred pronoun is his, him. Just FYI. Alright, so let's get into the moon energy. Moon in Pisces. Let's see what's going on. Let's concentrate. Let's get some intention. Get a message for the divine feminine pull first. And then we'll see about the masculine. Right. And then I'm going to pull the masculine now. They're showing me seeing them side by side. Okay, Angel just took a sigh and a wind blew in the trees as we're shuffling for the masculine. So, breath, release, relief. I don't know if you heard their sigh over there, but vocality was pretty impressive. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Okay. And then I'm just going to scoot you back a little bit. All right. So it's funny, I pulled for the feminine first, but I want to get reading on the masculine first. So the masculine energy that affects us all, and especially if you find yourself within the masculine scope, I honestly, if you have a question about like where I fall under the balance of things, I think I'm like right in the middle. I love the term two-spirit as the natives, and my native Navajo guide just gave me a blanket today. But the two-spirit, it's just the ability to, like, I can be your daddy, and I can be your mom. I can channel the divine. I don't want to be called mom, but I can channel that energy real quick. All right, so I think we all can. I think that's more what we're headed toward, but that's not neither here nor there, really. The divine masculine energy, you have two divine feminine ruling cards. So you have the Queen of Spring, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of, so the ideas, the feelings about your passions, about your creativity, about your contribution to the world, your magical work of a human being, the master tinkerer with cosmic understanding and knowledge. That's very elfin and fae. So brilliant, loyal, talented, friendly, believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you maintain a balance between work and home life. So the masculine energy, the masculine frequencies, especially masculines in the balance of a twin flame relationship, are embracing the divine feminine influence of the cosmos on a personal level, on a respectful level, on a level that worships that influence the same way that they may have been taught how to worship the divine masculine influence. Because that's the only thing really taught in religion. That's another thing all religions have in common, and it's like, hello? Well, all the religions that are in power now, I mean, polytheism is just magnificent. The High Priestess. So that's the overall tone, by the way. This Queen of Wands, this Queen of Fire. That's the overall tone. The supporting energy underneath for the masculine vibe with this moon is the High Priestess. The ultimate magic connection of feminine flow. All right, so trusting your intuition, careful with feminine flow. My flow started today. I think I did, that was like one of the whole points of mentioning things, and then I went on my flow matched the moon, because I'm not on any birth control. I've had no real need for years. Trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action. Insights that come through meditation. So the careful reflection before taking action. That is very much the High Priestess going like, hold on. Before the masculine can come into play and allow direction. So the divine masculine energy is waiting for divine feminine instruction in your own self. And on a global scale, all right, and in twin flame relationships. So that's what's happening here. The unity. So this is High Priest energy. So you have the High Priestess, and then in this deck, they switched it to unity. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. The divine masculine, embarking, like, is it a boy and a girl. So the divine masculine instructing divine masculine within both the divine feminine and divine masculine energy. So this is you after this little bit of a tug. And this, it's going to happen in waves. We have a moon, right? At least half a moon. Okay, so it's interesting. I'm channeling for up until it starts to wax. Interesting. So maybe I should record those like on the waxing and waning dates rather than the day of. That's noted. I'm a work in progress. So we have that High Priestess with that unity, spiritually minded community. Okay, we're going to go down. They wiped it clean. Last card for the divine masculine energies, Two of Spring. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. Masculine vibes all over the globe in any way, shape, and form. You need your feminine. You need it. You need that other influence of creation. Without them, you would not exist. All right? Just rein in the whole like, but you wouldn't exist without me. Actually, that's not very true, because life itself is feminine. Jurassic Park channeled a message through its art of life finds a way. We do not need a comet to pierce a planet to bring life. How did the comet get life? Where did the Big Bang come from? No, the darkness birthed the light, and just as anything is birthed, it will be taken back again. It's like a breath on a whole different scale. This third dimension is so freaking small. In this universe alone. Two of Spring. So much progress is being possible. How? bowing down, respecting the divine feminine within yourself, honestly. And this is on the divisive scale of, you know, this vagina, light, dark. We live in a world of duality. So those who are under strong masculine influences, you are really recalibrating your own self to be able to show respect. On a massive scale, the world is changing. The feminine has been saying enough is enough. And I'm sensing that the divine masculine, globally speaking, is going to be like, why does this hurt inside? Why? And then being a man, turning on that root chakra. That's what it means to be a grown person, you know, is when like, no, I'm grown. I'm connected into this earth. So it's like, why does this upset me? And answering their own question by activating their root chakra like a grown person should, instead of regurgitating information and spilling it out onto the people in front of you. Because this is all that matters. It's my heart, my communication, my ideas, but and what comes in my crown, not what goes out, not how I share. That's what happens when people recycle, right? And that's how like bad things happen to good people. It's because you can be a really good person, but if you're just regurgitating information up here, you're just like recycling energy. It's in a concentrated dose now, and your root chakra's cut off. Not going to be good for you. It's not going to be good for you. Just because you're a good person doesn't mean your sacrifices paid off for you. You're being polite to other people, but overly polite to other people is being rude to yourself. Okay? Okay, so that's what's going on with the divine masculine influences. Divine feminine influences. And I think we just saved the best for last. So Prince of Summer, romantic, captivating, dramatic, flirtatious. I am feeling a balance. The attention that women have been taught to seek out and compete for in men, the divine feminine side of both individuals and the globe, the collective consciousness, they are realizing that they can put out their feelers and receive that warm, tingly, fuzzy, lovey feeling from, you know, being a witch, aka expanding your energy into the ether and receiving love from the All-Father, the All-Mother, being connected in a way that is activated back here. It's not just the root chakra. You know, you've done the root chakra, like the divine feminine, globally speaking and on individual levels, have had to really pierce through and grow despite itself. It's like the tree was struggling to grow and it had to like pierce through a layer of rock to get to some wet soils, to get to some nutrients, right? Maybe there's a dead carcass there in the blood and the juices, and it's like, plants are carnivorous on a very gross, minute scale. It's delicious. So it's forcing yourself through, and then you're finally getting something out of it. And it's like, oh yeah, I can do this. We don't need men on that level. I can tap into my own divine masculine, which respects my divine feminine. The divine feminine is falling in love. It's waking up with Gaia. It's becoming alive and self-sustaining. Falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. No. That can be very true, and that's that root chakra opening up. But right now, divine feminine sides, as long as your divine masculine side is anchored in letting the divine feminine side be free, you can be as free as you like. Don't run away with it. And that's the thing about the divine masculine honoring the divine feminine on individual levels. It's like, you do what you have to do. I'm going to not worry about you. I'm not going to, you know, and because I'm sensing a need to take flight. The whole dandelion catching wind. It's wish making. It is, this is the Knight of Pentacles energy, and they are holding a diamond, a heart made of diamond. So it's like the pressure popped and you're made out of love. That is a reflection of you. That's your heart. All right, so take flight. Eight of Autumn. Now this card dropped twice during points of the divine masculine reading. This is an important card of power. The Eight of Pentacles, and I already know that the message channeled for this deck does not fit the frequency of this context. This Eight of Pentacles is a mastery number. It is a practice makes perfect. It is, and the artwork that one can appreciate in here still is the Divine Feminine. The wise Divine Feminine, teaching the young Divine Feminine. And what's interesting is you can see that as your future self and your inner child and the Holy Trinity of you right here. All right? So it's like checking in with your innocent self, checking in with the purity, checking in with the version of you that was closest to what was beyond the veil, with your future self who knows, who feels, right? Who knows what you're going through, who can be in 10 different places through your understanding. Practice makes perfect. You have started cycles. You are continuing cycles. It will not be the last time. We are just moving spirals. So this is a period of polishing again, and an experience of duality. How do you balance your crown, your root? How do you, by having a strong solar plexus, that's what a plexus, that's what. And the Eight of Pentacles, yeah, that's an absolute, that's a balanced number with the yellow coin, so to speak. And yellow is the solar plexus, and that's you need a strong focal point for your two polarities to remain instead of avoiding each other, right? You need that. You need that. And that's what's going on under the influence. Lots of emotional healing for everyone. For everyone. Lots of emotional healing. Which makes sense because it's in Pisces, water sign. Six of Summer. Children or childhood. The return of people or romances from your past. Remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. Again, not so much about. The Six of Summer is Six of Pentacles. It is a reminiscing card. It is picking and choosing the gems. It's like going mining in your own streams of consciousness and looking for the gold, looking for the diamonds, looking for the right raw material off of which to form. Ten of Winter, Ten of Swords, leaving things behind. Do I want to... The resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of addiction or codependency. It's... You have been through so much. It's like your thought space is done. It's like you've used it too much. Now you're forced. It's almost like the two of swords almost, where it's like you are forced into a stage of surrender and a stage of different intelligences. It's not just up here. It's not just logic. It's not just what you can comprehend and make of it. It's what you can feel about it. Right? And this is a death card in a sense. In many tarot decks, you will see a person on the ground stabbed with 10 swords. And it's an ultimate transformation. 10 is a it's an inspired thought and a complete circle. Did I do that? Did that show right? It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So like, full and complete cycle to the point where a new thought can begin. 0, 1 instead of 1, 0, if you can think of it that way. But really, that's the energy behind it. So, y'all, Divine Masculine stepping back. Another reason why that's happening on a global scale is because the Divine Masculine has overstructured. You can see that in the lack of respect for nature, in the pollution and all of that. It's like that's what happens when too much masculine energy is allowed to rule a very intricately complicated, dexterous tinkerer of a being on this planet. All right? Like, we need to go back to building shelter out of raw materials. We need to get back to letting Earth provide. They, the capital They, profit off of removing your need for nature. And it will be everyone's demise. So the Divine Masculine is becoming divine by retracting in the ego. Oh, yes. Which gives the Divine Feminine room to breathe and room to grow. Love it. And I'm sure you can't hear it, but the laundry machine just finished a cycle and it sings a song. And it happened when I was whistling because I'm synchronous. I'm in the flow. All right, happy to have you here. Welcome if you're new to the channel. I love you to freaking death if you've been with me since day one and have been like watching me come and go and change and die and be reborn. So there it is. Take care, rock on. I love you for loving yourself. You know where to find me if you need personal or future guidance.